Hi, friends. I am very happy to meet you and help you learn English. Learning English is like going on a big fun adventure, and I will walk with you every step of the way. I want to tell you many good things about learning English. Chapter 1. When you start learning English, it's like finding a special key to open a door to a whole new world. This key helps you talk to many people all around the world. Think about watching your favorite movies in English. You won't need to read the words at the bottom of the screen anymore. You will understand everything the actors say. You can read good books in English, too. You can make friends from other countries. You can travel to new places and talk to people there. You can even get better jobs because you know English. When you learn English, you join a big family of people from all over the world who speak English, too. Let me tell you a story about learning English. Think about going to a big city where everyone speaks English. At first, everything might seem strange and a bit scary. You look at the signs in shops, but the words look funny. You try to order food, but you're not sure what to say. You hear people talking, but it sounds very fast. But then something wonderful happens. Every day you learn new words. Soon, you can read the signs in shops. You know what food to order in restaurants. You start to hear words you know when people talk. Each new word you learn is like a little light that makes the city brighter and friendlier. Do you want to know the best way to learn English? First, you need to listen a lot. This is how babies learn to talk. They listen to their parents and try to copy the sounds. You can do the same with English. When you hear a new word, say it out loud many times. Yes, it might feel strange when you first say it. Your mouth might feel funny making new sounds. But don't worry. Keep trying. Say the word again and again. Soon your mouth will know how to make the right sounds. Your ears will start to hear the special music of English words. Reading in English is another very good way to learn. Start with very easy books. Books for little children are perfect for starting. These books have lots of pictures that help you understand the words. They use simple words that you can learn quickly. When you feel stronger with these books, you can try reading other things you like. Maybe you like sports. Try reading simple stories about sports. Maybe you like cooking. Look at easy recipes in English. Every time you read something, you learn new words. It's like planting little seeds in a garden. Each word is a seed. When you learn more words, your garden grows bigger and more beautiful. Now, let's talk about speaking English. Many people feel scared to speak English. They worry about making mistakes. But here's a big secret. Making mistakes is okay. Everyone makes mistakes when they learn something new. The important thing is to try speaking. Talk to your friends who are learning English too. Look in the mirror and talk to yourself in English. Yes, it might feel funny at first, but the more you speak, the easier it gets. One day, you will be surprised. You will be talking in English, and it will feel easy and natural. Writing in English can be lots of fun. Get a nice notebook just for your English writing. Every day, write something small. Write about what you did today. Write about your family. Write about your favorite food. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Just write what you want to say. Each day, try to write a little more. Soon you will see that writing gets easier. Your sentences will get better. Writing in English is like making a beautiful picture with words. Learning English should make you happy. There are many fun ways to learn. You can sing English songs. This helps you learn new words and practice saying them. You can watch fun movies in English. Start with cartoons because they use easier words. You can play games that teach you English words. When you have fun learning, your brain remembers things better. Sometimes you'll be having so much fun, you won't even know you're learning. Every time you learn something new in English, Feel proud. Maybe today you learned one new word. That's great. Maybe you understood someone speaking English. That's wonderful. Maybe you wrote a short sentence. That's amazing. Learning English is like climbing a big mountain. You take one small step at a time. Some days you might climb a lot. Other days you might take just 1 or 2 steps. Both are good. The important thing is to keep going. Remember that learning takes time. You don't need to hurry. Learn a little bit every day. Some days will feel easy, and you will learn many things. Other days might feel harder, and that's okay too. Just keep trying. Keep listening to English. Keep reading English. Keep speaking English. Keep writing English. Every day you try, you get better and better. You are doing something very special by learning English. It's like building a bridge to connect with people all around the world. Some days the bridge might feel hard to build, but keep working on it. I know you can do it. Your English will get better every day. Soon you will be talking, reading, and writing in English. You will make new friends. You will understand movies and books. You will feel proud of all the things you can do in English. Just remember, everyone who speaks English started just like you. They started by learning one word at a time. They made mistakes. They kept trying, and now they can speak English well. You can do this too. Keep learning, keep trying, and keep smiling. Every day brings you closer to speaking English well. I believe in you, and I'm excited to see how much you will learn. Let's keep learning English together. Chapter 2. Learning to speak English well in a short time is not easy, but you can do it. Let me tell you how to learn English faster in a simple way. There are many good ways to learn, and I will explain them all to you. First, you need to put English all around you in your daily life. It's like swimming in English. Watch TV shows in English. Listen to happy English songs. Even change your phone to show English words. When you see and hear English everywhere, your brain starts to learn it naturally, like magic. It's just like when you were a baby learning your first language. You learned by hearing it all the time. Every day, try to speak English, even if it's just for a little time. Maybe you have friends or family who speak English. Ask them to talk with you. If you don't have anyone to talk to, you can talk to yourself. Yes, really. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself in English what you will do today. When you cook food, say the names of things in English. When you walk down the street, try to say what you see in English. At first, it might feel strange to talk to yourself, but it really helps. The more you speak, the better you get. Here's something fun to try. Learn new English words every day. Start with easy words that you can use right away. Words like happy, food, friend, walk, and smile are good to learn first. You can write these words on small paper cards. Look at these cards when you eat breakfast, when you ride the bus, or before you go to sleep. Try to make simple sentences with your new words. If you learn happy today, you can say, I am happy, or this is a happy day. When you use new words in sentences, they stay in your mind better. Reading in English helps a lot, too. Start with very easy books. Books for children are perfect because they use simple words and have nice pictures. Read about things you like. If you like cooking, read simple recipes. If you like sports, read easy sports stories. When you read something you enjoy, learning feels more fun. As you get better, you can try reading harder things, like short stories or news articles. Listening to English is very important too. Find some English shows you like on TV or the internet. Start with cartoons. They often use easier words and speak clearly. Listen to people talking in English on your phone. There are many good English learning apps you can use. When you listen, try to copy the way people say the words. This helps you sound more natural when you speak. Writing in English every day helps your brain remember things better. Get a nice notebook and write a little bit each day. Write about easy things like what you did today, what you ate, or what makes you happy. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when they learn. The important thing is to keep writing. Each time you write, it gets a little easier. Remember to be kind to yourself while learning. Learning a new language is like learning to ride a bike. It takes time and practice. Some days will feel easy and you'll learn many new things. Other days might feel harder, and that's okay too. The important thing is to keep trying every day. When you understand something new in English, feel happy and proud. Every small step takes you closer to speaking English well. Make learning English fun. Play games in English. Sing English songs in the shower. Watch funny videos in English. Talk to other people who are learning English too. You can find many friends online who want to learn English just like you. When you have fun learning, your brain remembers things better. Sometimes you'll be having so much fun, you won't even know you're learning. Try to do a little bit of everything each day. Listen to English, speak English, read English, and write English. It's like exercise for your brain. Just like you need to exercise your body to get stronger, you need to exercise your English to get better at it. A little bit every day is better than doing a lot once a week. The good news is that English is everywhere. You can find English in movies, songs, games, and on the internet. Use everything around you to learn. When you watch a movie, try watching it in English. When you see a sign in English, try to read it. When you hear an English song, try to sing along. Every little bit of practice helps you get better. Think about all the good things that will happen when you speak English well. You can talk to people from many different countries. You can understand movies without reading the words at the bottom. You can read interesting books and stories. You can get a better job. You can travel to new places and talk to people there. Keep thinking about these good things. They will help you stay excited about learning. Don't feel sad if you make mistakes. Mistakes are actually good. They show that you are trying and learning. Every person who speaks English well started just like you. They made mistakes too, but they kept trying. Now they can speak English easily, and soon you will too. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep smiling. You are doing something amazing by learning English, and you should feel very proud of yourself. Chapter 3. Many people think that becoming fluent in English is hard, but with the right attitude and tools, it can actually be much easier. It's important to make learning English part of your daily life so it doesn't feel like a task you have to do. If you like what you are doing, learning becomes more fun and enjoyable. Imagine that learning English is like putting together a puzzle. In the beginning, the puzzle has many pieces, and it might seem hard to know where to start. But if you work on it a little bit every day, you start to see how the pieces fit together. Start with the easy parts, like the edges and corners. These are the basic words and phrases you need to know. Once you have these in place, everything else becomes easier to understand. One way to make English a regular part of your life is to mix it with things you already enjoy. If you like music, listen to songs in English and try to sing along. This way, you'll learn new words and how to pronounce them without much effort. If you love watching movies or TV shows, choose ones in English and use subtitles to help you understand. This will help you get used to hearing different ways people speak English. Another good idea is to find someone to practice with. You can look for a language buddy, someone who is also learning English or a native speaker who can talk with you. This helps you practice speaking in a comfortable way. Talking with someone is one of the best learning methods because it helps you think in English. Even small talks every day can make you more confident and improve your skills. You should also practice writing. Try keeping a simple diary and write your thoughts or ideas in English. This helps you remember words and phrases you have learned and lets you express yourself. You'll notice your writing getting better over time, and looking back at what you wrote before will show you how much you have improved. Making mistakes is normal, and you shouldn't worry about them. Every mistake teaches you something new. Rather than feeling bad about mistakes, see them as a way to get better. Everyone makes mistakes when learning something new, and they are a sign that you are learning and growing stronger. Remember, learning a language is a journey. The more you surround yourself with English, the more naturally it will come to you. With a positive attitude and regular practice, you will find that becoming fluent in English is not only possible but also fun. Keep trying, stay curious, and celebrate each little success on your way to fluency. You're on an exciting journey, and every step you take brings you closer to mastering English. Chapter 4. Staying consistent and patient is one of the most important aspects of learning English or any new skill. Think of it like planting a seed. At first, you might not see results immediately. You water it, give it sunlight, and tend to it with care. Over time, you'll start to notice small sprouts emerging from the soil. These little changes are signs that your efforts are paying off. In the same way, learning English requires regular practice and attention. You might not feel fluent right away, but every day you practice, you are nurturing your skills. Creating a routine can help you stay on track. Set aside a specific time each day dedicated solely to practicing English. It doesn't have to be long. Just a short 15 to 30 minutes can make a big difference. The most important thing is to make it a habit. When something becomes a part of your daily life, it feels less like a task and more like a natural activity. Imagine your mind as a garden. By dedicating time each day to learning, you're making sure no weeds grow and that everything is flourishing beautifully. Patience is equally crucial. It's normal to wish for quick results, but remember that every great achievement takes time. Think about when you learned to ride a bicycle. At first, you took a short wobbling journey down the street, maybe with a few falls. With persistence and practice, balance became second nature, and soon you were riding with confidence. Language learning is similar. The more patient you are with yourself, the more your skills will grow and strengthen over time. Celebrate the small victories. Each new word you learn, each time you understand a native speaker, and each time you write a sentence correctly is a win. These accomplishments are stepping stones to bigger milestones, and recognizing them keeps you motivated. It's easy to get caught up in wanting to reach fluency quickly, but by acknowledging your progress, you will remain encouraged to keep going. Surround yourself with positivity. Interact with people who support your learning journey and who inspire you to keep striving. This could be friends, family, or a community of fellow learners. Sharing experiences and tips with others can provide fresh perspectives and make the process more enjoyable. It's always comforting to know you're not alone on this journey. Remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Each day you practice, you are building a stronger foundation. By staying consistent and patient, you will find that what once seemed difficult becomes easier and more natural. Keep nurturing your skills with dedication and love, and soon you'll see that the door to fluency is within your reach. Believe in yourself, stay committed, and enjoy every step of this remarkable journey. Chapter 5. One of the most effective ways to learn English is by using it in real-life situations. When you bring English into your everyday life, it becomes more than just something you study. It becomes a natural part of you. This practical approach can make a big difference in your learning journey. Imagine you are at a cafe. Instead of ordering in your native language, try using English. Start with simple phrases like, "I would like a coffee, please." These small interactions help build your confidence and show you that you can communicate in English. The more you practice, the more comfortable you will feel. Shopping provides another great chance to practice English. While looking for items, read labels or instructions written in English. You can also ask a store attendant for help using simple English phrases. For example, you might say, "Excuse me, where can I find the bread?" These practical experiences make learning more relevant and fun. Traveling is another wonderful way to use your English skills. When you visit a place where English is spoken, you have countless opportunities to practice. You can ask for directions, talk to people, or order food using the language. Traveling pushes you to use what you have learned, and you'll likely remember these experiences the best. Meeting new people gives you more chances to speak English. Join clubs or groups where English is used. These could be book clubs, sports teams, or hobby groups. Sharing interests creates a great environment for using English naturally. Conversations in such settings are relaxed and enjoyable, making learning easier. Workplaces can also turn into language classrooms. If you have colleagues who speak English, take the chance to have small conversations with them. Use lunch breaks or casual meetups to discuss topics in English. Simple chats about everyday topics can help improve your fluency gradually. If you love cooking, follow recipes in English. Try preparing a dish while reading instructions in the language. This not only helps you learn new words, but also gets you immersed in doing something you love while practicing English. Public transportation is another arena where you can try using English. Listen to announcements made in English and try to understand them. You could also read signs, maps, or advertisements found in places like buses or trains. This helps you become familiar with more everyday vocabulary. Even at home, you can create a mini English-speaking environment. Talk to family members or roommates in English for part of the day. You could even set certain rules like speaking only English during meal times, turning ordinary dinners into fun learning sessions. Volunteering in community events where English might be the main language used also offers a real-life context to practice. Helping out at these events puts you in touch with English speakers, encouraging more interactions in the language. By engaging in these everyday situations, you turn English from something you study into a living, breathing thing you interact with daily. These experiences help solidify what you have learned and make fluency a reachable goal. Remember, the more you practice, the more fluent you'll become. Each interaction strengthens your ability, preparing you to speak English confidently in any setting. Keep at it, and soon you'll find yourself thinking and talking in English with ease. Chapter 6. Let's talk about telling stories. Stories are everywhere. They are in books, in movies, and even in our own lives. Every day we experience little stories that make up our bigger life story. Learning to tell stories, even simple ones, is a great way to practice English. It helps you use different tenses, describe things, and connect with other people. Don't be afraid to start small. Even a short, simple story is a good start. Imagine you want to tell someone about your morning. You could say, I woke up. I ate breakfast. I went to work. That's a very basic story, but you can make it more interesting by adding details. For example, you could say, I woke up to the sound of birds singing. I ate toast with jam for breakfast. I walked to work because the weather was nice. See how adding details makes the story more engaging? It's like painting a picture with words. When you tell a story, think about the beginning, the middle, and the end. The beginning is where you introduce the characters and the setting. The middle is where the action happens. And the end is where you wrap things up. Let's take another example. Imagine you want to tell a story about a cat. You could start by saying, there was a small fluffy cat named Mittens. That's your beginning. Then, for the middle, you could say, Mittens loved to chase butterflies in the garden. That tells us what the cat did. And for the end, you could say, one day, Mittens caught a big blue butterfly and was very proud of herself. That completes the story. It's a simple story, but it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's a complete thought. You can do this too. Now, let's think about how to make our stories even better. One way is to use descriptive words, also known as adjectives. Instead of just saying a cat, you could say a fluffy white cat or a grumpy black cat. These words help the listener imagine the cat more clearly. Think about the colors, the sizes, and the feelings associated with the things you are describing. Another thing that makes stories interesting is using verbs that show action. Instead of just saying, the cat sat, you could say, the cat perched on the windowsill, or the cat pounced on a toy mouse. These verbs give a clearer picture of what the cat is doing. They add movement and energy to your story. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when they are learning a new language. The important thing is to keep practicing. The more you practice telling stories, the better you will become. You can practice by telling stories to yourself, to your friends, or even to your pets. You can also practice by writing down your stories. This helps you organize your thoughts and see how your story flows. When you write, you have time to think about your word choices and correct any mistakes. Writing can be a very helpful tool for improving your English. Remember, storytelling is a skill that takes time and practice to develop. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress. Each time you tell a story, you are improving your English. You are learning new words, practicing grammar, and building your confidence. Think about your own experiences. What interesting things have happened to you? Even small events can become interesting stories when you add details and use descriptive language. Maybe you saw a funny bird in your backyard. Or maybe you had an interesting conversation with a stranger on the bus. These everyday events can become the basis for a great story. When you tell a story, try to connect with your listener. Think about what they might find interesting or funny. Use your voice and your expressions to bring your story to life. The more enthusiastic you are, the more engaging your story will be. Learning English is like building a house. You start with the foundation, which is the basic grammar and vocabulary. Then you build the walls and the roof, which are the more complex grammar and sentence structures. And finally, you add the furniture and decorations, which are the details and descriptive language that make your English interesting and engaging. So keep practicing, keep telling stories, and keep building your English skills. You are doing great, and with continued effort, you will achieve your goals. Remember, learning a language is a journey, not a race. Enjoy the process and celebrate every step you take. You've got this. Keep practicing and you will see how much you improve over time. Every story you tell, no matter how small, is a step forward. Chapter 7. Welcome to another story-filled lesson. Today I want to share something magical with you. It's called shadowing. Have you heard this word before? Shadowing is a powerful tool to practice English. It's like a game where you copy what someone else says, just like a shadow follows you on a sunny day. Let me tell you a little story. I once had a student named Manuel. When we first met, Manuel was very shy. He could only say a few words in English, like hello and thank you. He told me, "Teacher, I want to speak like you, but it's so hard." I smiled and said, "Let's try something fun. Let's do shadowing." At first, he was confused. "What is shadowing?" he asked. I told him, "It's simple. Listen to me and repeat what I say." We started with easy sentences. I said, "How are you today?" And Manuel copied, "How are you today?" He didn't worry about being perfect. He just copied my voice, the way I moved my mouth, and even my tone. Day by day, he got better. The more he practiced, the easier it became. The more he spoke, the more confident he felt. After 1 month, he said, "I feel great today," all on his own. I was so proud of him. You see, shadowing is like playing a fun game. The rules are easy. Listen to someone who speaks English. It can be me, a teacher, or even an actor in a movie. Repeat what they say right after they say it. Try to copy the rhythm, the sounds, and the speed of their speech. This method is a game changer because it helps your brain and mouth work together. Your brain learns new words and how to use them. Your mouth practices making English sounds. It's like learning to dance. Step by step, your moves get smoother. Another tip. Start with something small. Don't choose long and difficult sentences. For example, begin with short phrases like, "I'm happy today," or "What's your name?" Once you feel comfortable, you can try longer sentences. The more you listen, the clearer it gets. The more you repeat, the more natural it feels. When I was learning Spanish, yes, teachers learn new languages too, I used shadowing every day. I listened to my favorite songs in Spanish and tried to sing along. Sometimes I made mistakes, and that's okay. Mistakes help us grow. Step by step, I could say full sentences without thinking too much. It felt like magic, but it wasn't magic. It was practice. Here's another reason why shadowing works. It improves your pronunciation. Many students tell me, "Teacher, my accent is bad." But don't worry about having an accent. Everyone has one. The goal is to speak clearly, not perfectly. When you copy how native speakers say words, your speech becomes clearer over time. So I want you to try shadowing today. Find a short video in English or listen to this story again. Then repeat what I say. Don't worry about mistakes. Just try your best. Remember, the more you practice, the easier it becomes. I believe in you. You are learning English step by step. Day by day. Imagine what you can say tomorrow if you practice today. Have you ever tried shadowing before? Let me know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. And remember this, speak out loud, hear yourself, feel proud, you're on your way to fluency.